Welcome to my Hello, my name is Linda Joyce Franks and I'm an artist. This is very new to me. I have never put myself in front of a camera like this before. This is the very first time ever. I have been behind the camera. You've seen my hands a few times, but you've never seen my face animated talking. So this is totally new to me and a little bit intimidating. But nonetheless, I'm going to give it a go. So what I'm going to attempt to do here is give a series of drawing lessons. I'm going to focus primarily on pencil because I'm going to teach more the technique of the actual draftsmanship rather than usage of materials. What I'd like to start out doing is working with the subject of graphite pencil and paper. My personal paper of choice is vellum. I fell in love with vellum when I took a drafting class in high school, and just the feel of graphite on vellum, it just there's nothing compares to it. So that's my paper of choice. I like it because it has a really fine tooth, but it's very smooth. It's really forgiving. It's highly erasable. What more can you ask for? So that's what I'm going to be using in the demonstrations that I'm going to do and the examples that I'm going to show. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, here we have a short list of the things that you will need. This really couldn't be much simpler. You don't even need all of these things. You could get by with one pencil, one eraser, and absolute must-have, the ubiquitous pencil sharpener. Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit about pencil leads. These are your regular old number 2 pencils like you used as a kid. Number 2. These guys. Lots and lots of these guys. Okay. This is a 6B, actually, now that I'm looking at it. Woodless pencil. These are really neat because you get this huge chunk of lead in there, which you can sharpen to a point or let get real dull and flat and have huge marks you can make with that. So these are lots of fun. I realize here I need to do a quick overview of the pencil lead scale. The numbers are the indication of the, and you saying lead is a misnomer because it's graphite. I should clarify that, but a lot of people use the word lead as a shorthand, but it is not actually lead. Anyway, the scale range is an indication of the hardness or softness of the pencil, starting with, as you can see here on this chart, the hardest pencils, which make the lightest lines, but the cleanest lines in a light fashion would be in the H range, and that stands for hardness. Most of these pencils have been used for technical drawings in the past. Some people like to use them to sort of ghost in an image before they start working on it. These leads, if you press down too hard, can be very difficult to erase back off of your paper. That's one of the reasons you use the vellum. The vellum is a technical drawing substrate, and the pencil lead marks sit more on top of the paper than are like ground into the fibers, because it's a very finely milled paper. But so getting back to our little chart here, the B range of pencils, the B stands for blackness, and not quite in the middle of the range is the 2B, and that is the ubiquitous yellow school pencil most of the time. Most of them that I've ever seen anyway. The woodless pencil that I showed you, which is a 6B, now these leads come in a variety of configurations. They can be encased in wood, they can have flat graphites, you can get graphite without any encasing at all, you can get sticks of it, so there's a lot of different options there besides just a pencil. The must-have pencil sharpener. This is a very good little pencil sharpener. It's called the Bullet. I've used a million different pencil sharpeners, and I swear by this guy. I'm about due for a new one though. He's getting a little dull. Apparently you could take that blade off there, but I don't want to try to sharpen that by hand. Anyway, any art supply store, the Bullet. Seen it here, so it looks like a little bullet. Kneaded eraser. Now the reason you need this eraser, the reason it's called a kneaded eraser, K-N-E-A-D-E-D. Okay. Can you see it on there? I don't know. This guy out of the package. Oh, here. Okay, I'll get him out. These erasers are fabulous because you can mold them into the shape you need. I'll be right back. Okay, here's this little guy coming out of the package. Just a little piece of cellophane on there. Kneaded rubber eraser. Now what you can do with this stuff is you can shape. This is also how you clean it. After it gets yucky, you stretch it a while and the graphite will sublimate into the eraser. And they're really good for stress reduction. You can take this thing and, you can see what I'm doing, mold little points on them. And while they're not really good for rubbing erasing, they're really good for kind of picking things out. You can rub a little bit. You gotta kind of be patient with it because it takes quite a number of passes before stuff comes up. If you have a really dark line that you're just gouged right in there, this guy won't get it off. Actually, nothing will get that off. But you'll have better luck with this kind of an eraser if you're trying to get really dark stuff off. This is a plastic eraser, which you can clean these off by just rubbing them off on another surface when they get yoked up. And these are also good when they're nice and fresh and new like this, because they have this really crisp edge that won't last long. But you can also take these after you've kind of used up an end and chop it off and have another fresh piece. So those are the things that you need. Oh, paper. Okay. This is my absolute favorite paper in the entire world. This is vellum. This is clear print design vellum. It's 100% cotton, rag. That's an archival paper. If you're serious about keeping your work, you want to use something that's archival. It's not acidic. Regular bond paper like you use for typewriters or your printer. Typewriters. I'm dating myself. Aren't going to work because, well, they will, but in 15 years your paper will be yellow. Trust me, I know, I've done this. So use 100% rag, cotton, 100% new cotton fiber. You want to look for that, okay? Now vellum is only one kind of drawing paper. There's lots of drawing papers. Still also look for the 100% rag thing. Okay, vellum is unique. It's originally a paper designed for drafting. Of course, I got a piece with a blemish on it there. Vellum is unique because it's very smooth. There's no way I can really show you this in a video. But it's kind of translucent too. No, you can't really see. But yeah, this stuff I can't really, there's no way you can really be impressed by. Yeah, you can see how it's a little translucent there. But highly recommend getting this, okay? Because it will help your drawing a lot. And a lot of the things that I'm going to teach you will be more relevant in terms of this, using this paper. So 50 sheets. This is just a smallish pad. What do we got? 8.5 by 11. It comes bigger, a couple of sizes, but any supply, drafting supply, nobody does drafting anymore either, but any art supply store. Dick Blick's a good one, Utrecht, anyway. So, paper and pencil. And we're off.